Hey everyone, welcome to a bit of an update. I've been sick. You might be able to still hear it. Um so I had a lot going on for the past couple weeks. Finals, it's always fun. Um finals, Christmas, all that. And then I've been sick. So I haven't had a lot of time to do anything really. I've worked. Um Not a fun thing to do while you're sick, but you need money. Uh, but I've made some upgrades to the entire setup, which you'll see in future videos, probably, maybe, possibly. Um, so I just wanted to give an update about that, and then get into more of an actual video, because I haven't posted in a while, and I feel like I probably should at this point. Um, so, jeez. Um, I've played guitar for probably about a total of 10 hours by now, which is not a lot. I'm not going to pretend like it is. It's not. Um, but when you're getting into something new, those small milestones matter. I'm not going to say they don't. Um, so with that said, that being the case, I wanted to go ahead and talk about my first 10 hours and maybe share a little bit of practice footage if I still have it somewhere. Um, so over my 10 hours, one thing that I've had to do a lot, like a lot, has been so like for example, I don't think I have anything that monitors my second screen. Um but like I got Rocksmith 2014 as a bit of a thing to try and help. Then I got Rocksmith Plus also as a thing to try and help. I think I have like a list of apps that I tried to use or have tried to use, and most of them are actually not bad. They do help you get into a lot of the beginner stuff. Um, but it obviously it takes a while to know everything you need or everything you're gonna need. Um, yesterday on Rocksmith, 2014, I don't have a capo, so but there was a song that required it, but I wanted to do it anyway. So, and it wasn't like a whole lot of movement. It wasn't like a really hard thing because the game itself knows when you're new because you kind of tell it, and then it slowly amps up. So it's not like I had a whole lot I was having to do during that. Uh, but like, so I kept on sliding my hand back up here, pressing on all of these just to make sure that I could hit the open notes with a capo. So there was that. It felt kind of dumb. So that's a thing that I've learned that I should probably get. Beyond that, I have an amp over here. It's an older amp. I mean, I'm not sure how long my family has had it. Older. Um, but all honesty, it doesn't have a lot of control over the sound. And so I think that I will be getting a better amp, a more expensive one at that, but that's because I guess better equals pricier. Uh, Another thing that I got throughout my time learning and playing were these little finger guards because if you're sitting in a chair for 3 hours playing a guitar, it kind of hurts just a bit. Uh, People can judge me however they want. I don't care. Um, Obviously, with a playing Rocksmith, I Rocksmith Plus specifically, I got after I realized that you need a real tone cable to play, and I didn't have one at the time. So I got Rocksmith Plus because you could use your phone as the input for the guitar volume on the PC version, which that's nice. Um, so obviously I used that for a bit. Then not that long ago, I got a real tone cable, and started using that to play Rocksmith 2014. Uh, Another thing I got, which you can see right over there by the dog food, it's my dog's food, so you know, uh, is a stand for the guitar. Just because, in videos that I'm not using it, honestly, I think it'll look nice in the back. Beyond that, I have a ton of picks. Turns out when you buy one thing, oh, I also bought a guitar strap because I didn't have one of those at first. Turns out when you buy stuff for a guitar, a lot of it comes with picks. A lot of picks at that. I have so much more than I thought I would ever have or need, honestly. Of course, I dropped one. I keep seeing those videos of people complaining about like dropping it in their guitar. Um, Not a problem with an electric guitar as long as for whatever reason it's not open. So obviously I'm fine with this. But like I have some slightly thick ones, some absurdly thin ones, kind of so on and so forth. Um, Now this one right here, this one I have not been practicing with for a very specific reason. So that one I actually got.
Again, to make sure you're getting all the notes you paid for. Good. Now,
So that one I actually got in a or at a concert. For Styx. If you're not familiar with that band, get familiar. Some of their music's pretty good. It was actually, I think, like on my father's list of favorite bands. Before he passed. Anyway, off that depressing note. uh, so all honesty, to sum up the things I've learned so far. First off, better amp. Because if you want to control your sound, I guess you could say, then you gonna want an amp that gives you finer control. It's just, I feel like that's pretty obvious as to why. Um, Second off, buy a capo because eventually you're gonna need it, and it's gonna suck to need it and not have it, then have it and not need it. Uh, Phrase I'm very familiar with. Uh, Another thing, if you don't want to tear up your fingers after playing for 5 or 6 hours or whatever, consider those. So maybe you just don't want them and you want the pain. I don't know. Some people are like that. Uh, Picks. You buy one thing for a guitar, it'll come with picks probably, and you will never need to buy more so long as you keep them somewhere where you won't lose them. Because I have like 20 of them, and I'm only gonna use like one or two for a while until eventually they either break or are lost. I actually, weird thing, I did notice I actually kind of enjoy the softer picks anyway, like the really flimsy ones. And it's just because of like the way they go around a string. I don't know, it's kind of nice in a sense. Um, what else? Uh, there's a ton of free trials for like anything guitar related. So absolutely use your free trials where you have them. And if you are a straight up beginner, don't skip beginner shit. I feel like that's needless to say, but I mean, like I had one app where I did the beginner stuff, right? And then I had another app where I was like, well, I did it on this one, so I shouldn't need to do it on the other, right? I was wrong. So, because everything starts differently. Everyone thinks you should learn differently and start differently. And that's no one's fault that it's different because it's an opinion based thing. You can't really guarantee one way of starting will work for someone where a different way will work for someone else. It's just how people are. Um After that, post stuff online. You feel good about it. I swear to God. For some reason, people who like find guitar content online, and if they find your new video about guitars and you're brand new to it and you're just like practicing or whatever, people eat that up and they leave really positive and suggestions on things you should try and do or try and learn. So that's lovely. I really love that people are like that in the in the community of people who play. That's wonderful. And I'm sure there are people who hate on others for not being super good yet or whatever, but like just ignore them because they're stupid. Fun idea, right? Um so yeah, that is 10 hours of learning guitar, and I'm gonna leave the rest of the video and edits to be me playing random crap, probably. Maybe I'll extend it. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just get rid of me talking and switch back and forth between me playing. I don't know. Maybe I'll have Rocksmith footage. I don't know. Next video for this should be 1 week of learning guitar, which will be a while from now, but yeah. uh Tell me what other videos you'd like to see in the future. All honesty, like, subscribe, comment. I mean, just let me know. And then this is primarily a gaming channel, or at least I want it to be about gaming and making games. So give me recommendations there too, please. Not just guitar, but like also, if that's what you're here for, then be honest about it. Tell me. Leave a comment.